I've been accused of being related to Bruce Metro because of my last name. I said I'm not. For the record, I'm not.
Just to match with Philly, every ECW show they sat in the lobby, 4 till 5 in the morning with Raven and New Jack. I sat over a few feet away and listened, and all they did was Cornette this, Cornette that, he's a racist. This is wrong, he's doing this wrong, he's doing that wrong.
Well, number one, New Jack is all the territories that he's booked. He knows exactly what to do. New Jack's a goddamn racist. He don't like white people. Big shit, I don't care. Everybody that don't like black people is racist. Everybody that don't like white people is justified. That don't work. You know, it's horse shit anyway. The point is, at one time, this little teeny small territory was employing more black wrestlers than any other company in the fucking business, but I'm the one everybody says is a racist. What do you expect you want me to do with these? With one big fucking 285-pound fucker with hair that looks like fucking Buckwheat, and his partner is a bald peanut-headed fucker with that mouth, runs that mouth like that. We want me to make up Raven baby faces? How's that going to get over in Barberville? You know what the whole problem boiled down to? I was convinced, and I was wrong, and I admit it. I was convinced that because most people in this part of the country do not like black people. Let me run them off too. Most people in this part of the country don't like black people, that they would get heat. I was right about that. I was wrong about it drawing. They didn't get heat, it was draw. They got us heat and didn't draw. Because nobody wanted to fucking go pay to see them get their ass kicked. Nobody wanted them in their fucking town. We lost a sponsor in Paintsville. You know why we lost a sponsor in Paintsville, Kentucky? Gangsters go out and have their match, worked hard, and had a good match, did whatever the fuck they were supposed to do. On the way back, the fire chief, because people were up and yelling, has to help walk the gangsters back to the locker room. All of a sudden, it hit the fire chief, and there's his friends and neighbors watching him escort 2 niggers to the locker room, in his words. So all of a sudden, he calls up and says, geez, we ain't no sponsor Smoky about wrestling anymore because, geez, it's given a bad image of the fire department and the community, which meant that we brought black people into his town. That's the kind of heat that the gangsters got, which I didn't realize was going to happen beforehand, which maybe I should have. Mistake on my part. It didn't fucking draw. In the bigger towns, the big shows where we did the blow-offs and stuff did draw. But in the little towns, they never drew at spot shows, and that's my fault for not seeing that, but that's the way it was. And the other TV taping, daggum cops come in. All they did was they did their shit in the ring, they come back, they're yelling at people, same thing everybody else does, right? But they're the gangsters. 5 cops follow them in. I said, whoa, I said, is there a problem? One guy said, you need to tell them boys calm down, we don't have none of them up here. No, this was after that. This was in,
Council.
Thank you. Council. We don't have none of them up here. And unspoken was, and we don't want none. And he said, you better tell them just to go to the ring and do their business, or else they're going to get hurt. I said, okay. I go over and tell them, hey, they're the guys with the guns. Listen to what they say. And they did, whether they understood that or not, whatever. But the point is, the whole goddamn deal is, when you look at Time Magazine, Newsweek, Gangster Rap, fucking street gangs, all this shit. I didn't make them heels. The fucking news made them heels. What I tried to do was bring some of that wrestling. It was the hottest fucking thing going on 60 Minutes and the magazines and the newspapers and the news magazine show. So why not do something like that in wrestling in a place where they obviously are going to get some heat? The problem is they did, but they got the wrong kind. It was more like, fuck no, we ain't going to wrestling matches because we don't want no niggers in our town. And that's not the way I felt. That's the way the people felt.